Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence with Just Ask. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is light and easy cooking, searching for the next conscious chef. Hurry back and join us. Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence with Just Ask. Now, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, today is a light and easy cooking show, but with our famous twist, the search for the next conscious chef. We have with us today Dr. Thompson, nutritionist. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Glad to see you.
Yes, happy to be here.
Okay,
Happy to be
okay.
here.
Now, if you don't mind, can I call you Valanda?
You sure can.
Okay. Well, Dr. Valanda, now you have answered to our question about searching for the next conscious chef. We appreciate you coming out to see us. And we're here because here at the Solar Fitness Center, this lovely kitchen, we try to present good meals for our viewers so that they'll have an idea of what to eat nutrition-wise. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you plan to make today.
Well, I am a nutritionist. I started out as an exercise instructor, and then at some point in the entrepreneurial journey in health and fitness, the other part of the pie started cropping up as a problem, which is the food part. So I became a nutritionist so that I could empower people totally in being healthy, the physical activity as well as the food side. And today I am making a meatless dish, a power protein dish called tempeh pasta salad.
Tempeh pasta salad. Oh,
Colorful as well.
Okay. All right. So now you're a nutritionist and physical fitness person. Is it a combined effort of what you do?
Yes, it is. Mostly in recent years, last couple of years, my focus has been on the nutrition as opposed to the physical, because people have kind of got it about the physical activity, even though they're still needing help practicing it.
Okay.
They've got it that they need to move their body. They're still challenged with the nutrition part. Well, what do I help me with that piece? So I've spent a lot more attention on the cooking side now, the food side.
Okay. Now I know you're an author of 2 good books. So what's the name of your books?
The first book was Pass the Sweet Potatoes, Please.
Okay.
And that really focused on the sweet potato, and because it came out of my doctoral research process. The newest book, which is Beyond Candy Yams and Sweet Potato Pie, came because when you think about sweet potatoes, everybody has a sweet potato pie recipe, and candy yams always comes to mind because it's Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You know, Thanksgiving might be one of those times. So I wanted to let people know that that powerful vegetable, we can do more than just candy yams and sweet potato pie.
Okay.
So
Now,
that's how we came up
I
with
know
that
there's a
title.
difference between candy yams and sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato and yams, there is entirely different.
Okay.
We don't grow yams in the United States. A real yam, you see, we've harvested in places like Africa, is the skin is very brown, the meat is very white and starchy. Whereas, as we know, the sweet potato, on the other hand, is either orange, yellow, or purple. The orange version is very, very sweet, which that's what we know commonly as the yam.
Okay. So when we think that we're eating sweet potatoes or we think we're eating yams, which one are
We're eating sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if the market says it has a sign that says yams, is it really yams?
It's most likely sweet potatoes, unless unless that skin is really dark and brown, and the meat when you cut it is a off-white color, starchy, then you're probably eating a sweet potato.
Okay. I wish we had one here today because people are like, I'm thinking all this time I'm eating sweet potatoes.
Well, it had to do with the way that the sweet potato made its way into our country. The original name was Nyami, and when it made its transition across the water, they dropped the N and the I on the N and left the YAM.
Wow. Whoever did that.
Whoever did that, yes.
Okay. Wow, that's
Yes.
unique though. So the concept of having sweet potatoes and everything, I'm thinking and hearing that sweet potatoes are taking the place of the average white potato. So since white potatoes are not diabetic friendly.
Exactly. That's what we would like to see people add. That's another way of adding color. You'll hear me talk about eating like a rainbow. So sweet potatoes, red potatoes are to replace the white potato because the sugar response of the white potato is detrimental to someone with diabetes or someone trying to prevent, be in a preventive mode.
All right. Well, let's get started with this. What's this pasta? I mean, it's not a pasta, it's a salad.
It's a tempeh pasta salad.
Tempeh pasta salad. Okay.
So we're going to put our water on to boil so we can steam the vegetable. This is a really easy recipe. It's really easy. The hardest part is preparing the tempeh.
Tempeh.
Yes.
Okay.
The tempeh, what is tempeh? Tempeh is soybeans. It's fermented soybeans. This is a protein source that I like better than tofu because it is fermented. It uses the whole bean and packs it, ferments it, and it's in a block. You can use it a number of different ways. The way that we prepare this for the recipe is with ginger. So I'm going to grate some ginger. Ginger. And, ginger has so many beneficial properties.
Now, is this a ginger?
That is ginger. That's how you would buy it in the store.
Okay.
That's
ginger
how you
looks
would buy
crazy
it in the
too.
store.
Okay. So.
All shapes. When you go to the farmer's market, you may see any configuration of pieces.
Okay, so that's a ginger. And you can use a small ginger. You don't have to buy a big piece like that.
No, you don't have to buy a big piece like that. And you see the piece that I took was, just quarter piece of that. And I'm not even using the whole piece. It's going to be maybe about a tablespoon of ginger. Okay. And
can you eat ginger by itself?
Oh, absolutely. Ginger is great for digestion.
Okay, guys, I got to taste the ginger. So I'm not, one that doesn't try something. So, oh my goodness. Okay. She set me on fire. Okay.
Yeah, it's spicy.
All right. You wonder why I got water.
Typically, you can marinate the tempeh for maybe an hour. I prefer to do it overnight.
Okay.
Bragg's is a good alternative to soy sauce. It is also a soybean derivative, just soybeans and purified water. Okay. It has a natural sodium in it, so that it will satisfy individuals' desire for that salt. Okay.
So I tell you what, Dr. Valanda, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to continue to put the recipe together so you all can follow it. We'll be right back.
Be a fan of courage. Be a fan of empowerment. Be a fan of fun. Be a fan of the Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, or compete. I'm a fan. Be a fan, too.
And welcome back to the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're in the search for the next conscious chef. And we have with us today Dr. Valanda Thompson, nutritionist, and she's making a wonderful pasta salad for us. Now, I'm going to tell you something. We went to break, true enough, and I did kind of rush that. That's because the ginger set me on fire. So I had to put my fire out. All right, so I'm going to say this. I'm a person that likes a little bit of spice. That threw me. I didn't know it was that pungent. That's some strong stuff, but it's good for you, I heard. Okay, so where did we leave off? Dr. Valanda?
Well, we left off, we put our ginger and our Bragg's in, and we will add a little water. And you can marinate this an hour to 24 hours. Okay. The longer you marinate, the deeper that the flavor is in it. Okay. So what I have done is prepared one that has marinated overnight. So we'll sit this off to the side and let that begin our marinating process.
Now, do you leave it out to marinate or you put it in the refrigerator?
I put it in the refrigerator. Cover it and put it in the refrigerator. Okay, so you see I have I have a couple of blocks here, and mainly because I'm going to be using this later.
Okay.
But, and to show you the difference, you'll be able to see the difference. This one is a flaxseed one. This one has flax seeds in it. This one doesn't. The flax seeds just add the omegas to it, and so it's a little bit more valuable in terms of nutrients.
So flaxseed is a good product to take. Now, people can you drink it, mix it in water and drink it? Is that the thing? Or eat it? How do you do flaxseed?
Yeah, actually with flaxseed, and Marsha, I'm going to have you throw those vegetables right in there, the cauliflower.
Okay, she said throw.
Steam
those.
Well,
okay.
I don't want you to just dump those in there, yes. And the broccoli, we can have those steaming while we are talking, because those are going to go in, yes. flax seeds, I use flax seeds a lot in my smoothies. So you can, if you get them, you can get somebody to grind them for you, or can you just use the whole seed? You can put it in your smoothies. You can sprinkle it on your salad.
Okay. Does it have a taste to it though?
If it usually takes on the taste of whatever you've added it to.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Just like tofu. Some things just take on the flavor of what you added to.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I have to remember that.
all right. So, let's do this. Let's put our pasta in as well. And I like using tricolor pasta, tricolor vegetable pastas. You can buy any brand. They could be shells, they could be twists, any ones that have the beet, the spinach, as opposed to the white pasta.
Okay. So tricolor pasta normally is a different flavor based on what it's made of, the vegetables.
Exactly.
Okay.
And typically it's going to be a spinach beet combination. So you get the color. You hear me keep saying rainbow, rainbow, eat like a rainbow. And so that will help to add color to your diet by using the multicolor pasta.
All righty.
Okay. So oils for the tempeh, because now what we're going to do, and we can do this first, is to cut it in cubes. The nice thing about this tempeh, as I mentioned, it's a source of protein. So if you're trying to move to a plant-based diet, or you're trying to reduce the amount of meat in your diet, you can use the tempeh. You can use it the same way you would use chicken on top of your salad, or you can use it as crumbles. You can crumble it, use it in a taco dish. There's just so many ways that you can use the tempeh, the same way you would use, your meat, your ground.
But it has to marinate overnight to rise, because I see it's soft right at that point.
It does not, but I like marinating it because it just adds more flavor to it.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't require that it be marinated.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The oil that we're going to add is I like the roasted sesame, and sesame oil adds a lot of minerals to your cooking. So that's a good oil to use. All right.
Okay. Is this eye on? I don't know.
I believe it is on.
Okay.
I think I did.
I call myself helping.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm not doing it, y'all, but I'm just helping. Okay. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I always tell you that if you think that you're the one who wants to try out for being the next conscious chef, you should go to our social media page, which has everything from the website, justastalkshow.org, to the phone number, 1-800-323-5336, to emailing Marsha at Just As Talk Show, and what else? Is it Facebook, Just As Talk Show, and Twitter, hashtag Just As Talk Show. It's so much. There's no way you can't, get in contact with me to say, Marsha, I want to try my hand at being the next conscious chef. Now, if you noticed lately, we have done several shows with nutritionists. You may not be a nutritionist. You may be a chef, a general chef that does something with meat or without meat. Feel free to give us a call and give us a shot at what you can prepare that is low in cholesterol, low in calories, diabetic friendly, great taste, and in 30 minutes or less. All righty. Okay.
Right,
now, I'm watching you in the corner of my eye because I'm looking at I've seen some things made lately that if I could follow the recipe, I will repeat it. But if you just made it, said eat it, and I wouldn't know what you put in there. Okay, so I'm gonna follow
Hopefully
this
this is not one of those that you won't be able to repeat.
But I'm watching. I'm watching. It looks real simple because I don't even see any seasoning. So I believe what you're saying. The seasoning, it comes within the tempeh.
And you think about the tempeh. The tempeh is very nutty already itself, just because of the nature of the fermentation process of the soybean. It has a nutty texture and nutty flavor to it. So you don't necessarily have to add or marinate it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I didn't add anything to the water for steaming the vegetables.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you want them, we overcook our vegetables, so it don't have to be mushy. You still want them to have just a little bit of a crunch to it. Okay. So we'll take these out. And
I like the cauliflower and broccoli mixture. That's good. Good taste. All right. So your pasta is boiling over. You want me to turn it down? I don't know which one it is, but
let's see how we're doing with that.
okay. So as we venture into our season of cooking shows, if you notice that when you see a show, you say, well, I didn't see any salt. I didn't see any pepper, maybe, okay? That goes to show you that you can start to eat healthy without having all the extra seasonings in your food. So we want to get you over to that level. Now, Dr. Valanda, a lot of people have problems with cutting vegetables and things like that. Do some of the groceries that you know pre-slice, dice things for you just in case?
Well, the good thing is that fresh frozen is just about as good as, in terms of nutritional value, as fresh out of the garden. Okay. It's the next thing. So a lot of the groceries you can find in the frozen section, you can find already cut vegetables. So that makes it very, very, very easy. Fresh frozen as opposed to canned.
Okay, fresh frozen.
In
So you're
terms
not
of
opposed to
nutritional.
frozen.
I am not opposed to frozen.
Okay.
You know, and sometimes we use canned, you know, just because it's convenient, but fresh frozen is much, much better than the can.
The can, okay. No can. All right. No can.
Yeah, no can.
Now,
No
is
can.
the tempeh, it's not frying per se, but what is it doing?
Well, you're sauteing them. That's
Sauteing.
what we call sauteing. So you want it to be, you know, get it browned a little. That's the whole idea, is just to get it browned a little.
Okay. So is
And,
it actually done, or it's got to actually get brown and that's considered, you know, more done?
You could very well eat the tempeh without having applied any heat to it.
Okay, that was my
you
question.
You can eat the tempeh without applying heat to it. In the mind, you're thinking about, well, this is my meat, so I need to heat
Brown
it,
the meat.
you know, brown the meat. So, and then the browning, because you've marinated it, helps to seal that flavor in as well.
Okay.
Additional. So
You
take
guys
some-
know I'm waiting to try this one, okay? Our viewers know that Marcia is the sampler of the meal. But ladies and gentlemen, I always tell you, you don't have to watch my face expression to know if it's good or not when you can actually come and be a guest on the show and sample the food yourselves. Now, we've had that in the past. Why not now? All right? So anytime you feel like, I wonder if she's being truthful, well, call me, email me, text me, whatever have you, and say, I want to try that. Let me really see if it's good like you say it is, because I always enjoy what the chefs have prepared for me, the nutritionists and the chefs. I think everybody does a wonderful job, but I don't always want to be the judge of that. All right. So like in the interim, I see 3 items. I see pasta shells, okay, I see tempeh, and I see vegetables.
Yes.
And that makes a complete dish.
Complete dish. So you've got your protein, you've got your vegetables that's going to give you minerals and give you vitamins.
Okay.
And then your pasta, you're going to get some additional vitamins there, but then you've got that substance that's going to help you be full. People worry about eating plant-based style and not being full enough. And you don't want to be stuffed. You just want to be satisfied.
Okay. Now, in your transition, I mean, I'm just asking, at once upon a time, did you eat meat a lot, or were you always, are you a vegetarian? That's what I should have asked.
I am what they call a pescatarian. And a pescatarian is a plant-based eater that also eats fish.
Okay.
And I try only to eat fish that eat vegetables, like salmon and trout and mackerel and tilapia, wild-caught salmon.
Now, you say fish that only eat vegetables, so that means that they're farm-raised or something like that to indicate that they're being taken care of, not just fish out to sea.
Ideally, it would be wild-caught.
Wild-caught. Okay, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it would be wild-caught.
I'm asking them like she said, fish that eats vegetables, and I know the viewers are like, how do you know that one? All right, so I answered the question for you guys.
Because sometimes if it's farm raised, they may be getting something other than vegetables.
Okay.
It may be corn fed. And you know, we've got the whole issue of GMO, genetically modified organisms, and that gets to be a whole nother conversation.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna watch the fish that we eat, make sure that they are vegetarian fish.
Vegetarian fish.
Well, ladies, gentlemen, we're gonna take another break, and when we get back, the pasta should be on the plate. We'll be right back.
We'll be here.
And welcome back to the last half of the show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Valanda is almost done with this lunch today. So I hope that you all have had a chance to watch the steps. And keep in mind, it's a 30-minute show. It's a 30-minute meal, okay? So if you're going to prepare something, it has to be in 30 minutes or less, all right? So, okay, now where are we? I smell a little fragrance there.
What you smell is the roasted sesame oil and the nuttiness of the tempeh. Okay.
Now I did notice it did become brown.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it really doesn't take long.
It doesn't take long.
I'm
10
looking
minutes
at
or
it,
so.
and if I didn't know any better, now if I came in the kitchen and said I wanted something to eat, and I walked in, and for us meat stillers, we go in the pan and take a piece of meat, I would look at that as almost saying that's a sausage of some type, or
or a chicken nugget.
Right. I was going to say something in the chicken family, or a vegetable sausage like what they call that,
like
vegetarian
falafel.
Yeah, some type of vegetarian meat, but I would look at it like that's got to be a meat. So that's really there's no meat that's actually.
This is a bean. This is all bean.
A bean.
Yes.
Okay.
But it is such a good quality protein because your body does need protein. But we eat way more protein than we need. And the quality of the protein, because when we're eating meat, we're getting protein that has a lot of fat and cholesterol in it. Okay. With the soy protein, you have absolutely no cholesterol at all. Okay. You have no fat, but you're getting the nutrients that you need from the protein that the muscles need to do their thing.
Is there a certain amount of protein a person needs to have every day?
Yes, and it varies. Children need less than adults. Men need a little bit more than women. You shouldn't have more than 25 grams of protein. 25
grams. So a woman shouldn't have more than 25 grams. Okay,
right,
I'm the woman. I'm worried about me.
Okay.
Yes. So now when you're saying there's a certain amount of protein, but that doesn't mean it's going to come from meat.
Right. That's the thing is that you can, if you're doing the variety, as I mentioned, if you're eating like the rainbow, you're going to get a complete protein. Vegetables have protein in them, but you need to eat a variety to get a complete protein because there's multiple components of protein.
Okay.
So that's why eating the variety, eating vegetables, eating soy, you can get complete protein without the negative benefits that come along with meat, like the fat. Clogging types of
so
things.
the rainbow does not necessarily consist of meat. Okay.
Well, let's think about this, Marcia.
Okay.
When we think about colors, what food group has the most colors?
Well, you're going to say vegetables, I say fruit, but you're going to say vegetables.
So, and those are the two. Fruit and vegetable is what I want you to eat. If you go to the meat category, what are the colors? Brown, white, pink. Okay. That's like 3 colors. But I mean, look at right here. We see 5-6 different colors already. So,
okay. I got that. Follow the rainbow. Okay. All right.
So, simple ingredients. We have our dressing, and you can use whatever dressing you choose. You can use a vinaigrette. You can use you want to just make sure that it is something that is low sodium and ideally an organic. I like the goddess dressing. Okay. Because it has sesame seeds in it. Okay. And it's going to be to taste, however moist you want your pasta to be.
So it can be a balsamic.
It can be a balsamic.
Okay.
It can be a balsamic. Yes. Okay. And you just kind of.
That looks good. Now I can eat that by itself.
You sure can. Sure can.
I might put a little tuna in there, a little salmon. Okay.
Absolutely, you can do that. And that's the one thing. If you cook off your whole box of pasta. That way you have some saved so that now during the week it's easier because you don't have to spend the time to do that. All right. Now you top it with the vegetables. Look how pretty that is.
That is nice. Okay.
And these are our red bell peppers.
All right.
And you top them with the red bell peppers.
That's a colorful dish already.
Isn't it beautiful? Okay. And last but not least, we top it with the tempeh. And you've got dinner for 4 folks with some good bread, and good bread is the brown bread. It's the pumpernickel, the marble rye, or what have you.
You didn't bring me the bread, huh? Okay.
I didn't bring the bread. Gosh darn. All right.
All right. So, and so you don't have, so you don't have to mix it. You just, okay. No. Okay. Cool.
You don't have to mix it.
All right. All right, let me get my magic fork out, ladies and gentlemen, and Marcia's got to try it. So, what did I do with my fork? I'm sorry. And I'm looking like, okay.
Where the forks are.
The thing of it is, when I try something for sure, I'm sorry, I'm out of place.
Here we
Where
go.
My fork. Okay. Thank you. So, did we get a shot of this before I ate it? Okay, before I ate it. So there's tempeh.
Tempeh.
Okay. Is this bell peppers?
Red bell pepper.
Red bell peppers. Okay. Cauliflower.
Mm-hmm.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Okay, and pasta.
And pasta, tricolor pasta.
Tricolor pasta. All right.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to try a little bit of everything. Well, I usually try everything one piece at a time, but I'm going to put my tempeh with my pasta noodle right there. Try to get that all together. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm not doing it just right, but I want to make sure I got something. Okay. Okay. Now I really don't even taste the tempeh. Okay, let me try it by itself. I'm looking for it. Pretty good. All right. And I can taste the flavor in it.
Mm-hmm. And the good thing about it is that just the pasta, from the pasta to the broccoli, the peppers, if you decide that you want something other than tempeh, you can replace the tempeh with salmon, replace the tempeh with tuna.
Okay, so I know you don't know me, but the golden rule is 3 times the consumption. It means it's good. Okay. So it got me. It really did. I'm impressed because I'm looking at you make it, and I'm thinking to myself, I didn't see a bit of flavor going in. But the flavor actually came from the marinade. Okay.
Yes, a lot from the marinade.
Okay,
exactly.
so when you marinate, that brings up the tempeh.
Yes, the nuttiness in the tempeh.
Okay. Well, quick question: how does one find tempeh? Is it in your frozen market? How do you find it?
You can find tempeh all of the health food stores carry tempeh. We're finding that some of the mainstream stores are starting to carry things like the tempeh wherever you find the tofu in the dairy section. So they're doing a better job of getting. And then I just say, ask your grocer. If you don't see it, just ask them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was really good. I'm impressed. I'm looking at it like another meatless meal, but the flavors come up through now let me ask you, did the flavor come up through the tempeh and the dressing?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And the
so you can imagine that a vinaigrette dressing is going to give it just a little bit different flavor than the goddess dressing here that's with sesame seeds.
Okay, I have to show you guys. I'm hoping you guys got a chance to see this bowl because she didn't toss it or anything, but just seeing everything, the colors, and this is definitely a rainbow, the colors of the rainbow with the tempeh. And am I saying it right, tempeh?
Tempeh, yes.
Tempeh, the cauliflower, the broccoli, the red bell pepper.
Red bell pepper.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, red bell pepper, and the blended
tricolor
pasta.
Mm-hmm.
That it really did come to life. Okay, and the dressing, it really did come. It came to life. If I ate it, okay, it really did come to life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honest as I can possibly be when it comes to food because I know if you know me, my eyebrows are locking and like. She didn't like that, but you very seldom see them locked because I actually am enjoying the meals as we go, and I appreciate our nutritionists coming out to share with us a meal that you can make at home in less than 30 minutes. I mean, how many minutes was that? Like 26?
Maybe like 25, 26 minutes.
That was good. Only thing you have to do was marinate overnight.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And not necessarily overnight. That's my personal preference is to marinate overnight. 1 hour is good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please provide us with the recipe so we can put it on our web.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's no excuse for you not to try this. Please try it and email me and let me know what you think. Dr. Dr Thompson, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I always say. If you want to try your hand at being the next conscious chef, give us a call. 1-800-323-5336. 1-800-313-5336. Website, justastalkshow.org. Twitter, #JustAsTalkShow or Marsha at Just As Talk Show. Just drop me a line. Find me. Let me know what you think about this meal if you've tried it, as well as any other meals that you see along the line. I'm your host, Marsha Florence from Just Ask. And what do I always say? If you know a person with a disability or if you just have a general question, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask. I'm your host. Thank you.